Hi guys, what's up? The Cool Mike here and welcome back with another YouTube video. But today I won't be playing a game, but I'm gonna be doing a review, or should I say a book review. So based on the title, you guys already know what this book review is, or what the book is, or what the title of the book is. I'm not sure if I've done this before, but I think this is my first time doing a book review on my YouTube channel. So if you guys know, I love zombie games, and if you guys have seen the title of this YouTube video, if you guys have seen the title of this YouTube video, then probably you guys already know what book review I'm gonna be doing, because I'm gonna be doing the Resident Evil Archives book review. So this is the book, and it says from 1960. I'm not sure if you guys could see it. 1960 from 1998. So it says here. There you go. There. There you go. Here. So it says, it's not focusing though. Yeah, you can somehow see it, but it's 1960 to 1998. So that's the timeline of this book. So obviously, this book contains Resident Evil information. So it contains pictures, behind the scenes, photos, concept art, visual works, character design, character information, items that can be found in the game, history, game synopsis, summary, creatures, monsters, bosses, informations about all those things, character informations, connections to each character, character design, timeline, history, autobiography of characters, and even age and blood type, and weight and height of characters apparently. And obviously the timeline of each game, when it was made, how it was made, pictures, drawings of from the creators, and just a quick summary of each game of Resident Evil. Now, it doesn't contain all the Resident Evil. It contains the classic ones, the classic Resident Evil games. So this is published by Brady Books, and I believe there's 2 volumes as far as I'm concerned. There's 2 volumes. There's volume 1 and then there's volume 2. So this is volume 1 and there's volume 2, which I'm not planning to buy. So Resident Evil, this is Resident Evil Archives volume 1. It doesn't say here, but if you bought the 2-1, the second volume, there's Roman numeral number 2 in the below archives. That means it's volume 2. This is volume 1. So it contains those things. I believe it revolves around, this book revolves around Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, the HD remastered version, not Resident Evil Director's Cut. So it contains the HD remastered version 1, the one that is also available for PC. It also contains Resident Evil 2 or Biohazard 2, not the remake version, because this was published way before the remake version was even made. I think this was published on 2005. So it contains Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, the HD remastered version, not the director's cut, Resident Evil 2 Biohazard 2, the PS1 version, not the remake version. It also contains Resident Evil 3, which is my favorite Resident Evil of all times, or The Last Escape, and Resident Evil Code Veronica. So that's what it contains. Now the volume 2 contains a few things, like the volume 2 contains Resident Evil 4, which a lot of people love, but I'm not a big fan of Resident Evil 4. But I'm not gonna get too much to detail on that, other than the reason why I hate Resident Evil 4 was because the game is not, the enemies were not zombies anymore. They were smarter, they can hold weapons, climb ladders, somehow communicate, and it kinda ruined Resident Evil for me. And it also contains, Volume 2 also contains Resident Evil 5, and then I believe it contains Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. I think it contains Resident Evil Revelations, the first one, I'm not sure, and Resident Evil Degeneration, the animated CGI graphics movie, animated movie. So that's what it contains. Alright, so I'm gonna be doing a quick review of this. I'll be showing you through the pages. There will be a camera top view of the book so you guys get to see what it contains. So hopefully I could set that up. Now, before I do that, you guys are probably wondering, why did I buy this book in the first place? How did I discover this book? Was it just because I love Resident Evil? Well, that's true, but also I had a picture. I mean, well, not a picture, but I had something similar to this. I had what you call a folder, a paper folder that was free on a GamePro magazine. I still have the magazine now, but I don't have the folder for some reason. I lost it, and it was really sad. It was what you call a Resident Evil paper folder that was a freebie on a GamePro gaming magazine, and what you call a freebie from a GamePro magazine, and I had it for over 10 years. It was in my cabinet. And then for some reason when I cleaned my room, it was gone. It was missing. I have no idea where it is, where I place it, or if I accidentally dispose of it for some reason. But it contains a lot of things. It contains the history of Raccoon City, characters from Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 0 to Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil Gaiden, I believe. So Resident Evil 1, that was way back before Resident Evil, I think Resident Evil 4 was made. It was way back before Resident Evil 4 came out. This was just before PS2 it was even invented. It also contains what you call the ratings of each game, characters from Resident Evil 0 to 1, 2, and 3, as well as Resident Evil Gaiden. Which is one thing I realized. It's not Resident Evil Gaiden, the PS1 version, or obviously the the PS version is not included in this book. So which is sad, because Resident Evil Gaiden is also part of the Resident Evil history, but it didn't become popular because obviously the characters were not well known in the Resident Evil franchise. Although it was one of those Resident Evil games that was trying to be unique. It was I think, correct me if I'm wrong guys, it's the very first ever Resident Evil game that was a first person view. So you don't see your character, you just see the crosser of your gun to interact. So that's that. What else? So yeah, so I had that folder, the Resident Evil Secret Files folder, and that was available as a freebie on a GamePro magazine. So if you guys want to know what it looks like, I managed to see a picture. I managed to find a picture of it. So this is what it looks like. That's the picture. I'm pretty sure some of you guys who are a Resident Evil fan probably has this. If you do, please tell me, notify me, and I will buy it from you for 5 Canadian dollars. That's how desperate I am, because I'm so pissed and mad that I lost it after having it and keeping it for more than 10 years. So it contains the characters, the information, the quick summary of it, not as not as detailed as the one in the book obviously, but still was being a Resident Evil fan myself, I was very happy for it. History of Raccoon City, and pictures. I believe it came out, the magazine came out just a few months or weeks after Resident Evil 0 came out on PS1 or PC, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's that. So for some reason I lost the magazine, I lost the folder. I still have the magazine and I can't find it. I was supposed to do a review of it when I did my Resident Evil 2 remake unboxing, collector's edition unboxing video. I was gonna show it off so that people could see it. But for some reason, I could not find it. I realized it was gone. So yeah, enough about that. So when that went missing, I was so sad, and I was looking online where I could find one. And then suddenly I saw a YouTube video of a man reviewing a book review of Resident Evil Archives. And when I watched the YouTube video, I saw how cool the contents of the book was. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to buy that book. So I went to several malls, several bookstores in my city, in my country. And for some reason, I could not find the book. One was because the book was so old, considering it was published on 2005, so mostly bookstores don't sell it anymore. Second, Brady Books, the one who published the book, no longer creates or makes or publishes the book. So they're no longer making copies of the book. So the book itself is very hard to find, it's very rare. I even tried looking on my what you call local online shopping website, which is called Lazada. It's no longer there. It's not there. I'm not even sure if it's there. But I managed to find this book on Amazon. I had to order it in Amazon. I had to try to buy it twice. The first one did not arrive in my address. After waiting for over a month, I think a month and 15 days. So over at least 45 days, I waited for 45 days. I ordered it using Amazon and paid it with a Visa credit card. And for some reason, it did not arrive. I had to ask for a refund. And then I had to look for another seller who could sell me the book. Luckily, the second one only took 4 days. The first one took 45 days, which was annoying. This one took 4 days and it was a lot cheaper. The first book that I bought would cost $104, considering the with the shipment or delivery fee. This one costs a lot cheaper. It costs $84 or $85 more or less with the shipment fee. So as the items become older, some of them becomes more expensive, others becomes cheaper, becomes more affordable or becomes cheaper. So this one only costs $85, although it was still too expensive for a book. I believe the price of the issue when it first came out ranged around $20 to $50, more or less. So pretty much that's that. By the way, this is the front. So Umbrella Resident Evil Archives, Umbrella Virus Uncovered, Umbrella's Virus Uncovered. So that's what's written here, Umbrella's Virus Uncovered. This is the back. I'm not sure if you guys could read that. I'm just gonna do a quick review of this. Don't worry, there will be a top view version of it once I open the book, so you guys could see what it contains. So if you guys are planning to buy this book, you guys will know. So I'm just gonna read the back. It says, in the latter half of the 20th century, the world's attention was drawn to America's Midwest, when an industrial town, Raccoon City, was the center of a series of exceeding unusual events. Bizarre murders, the loss of the stars, special forces, and multiple instances of an unexplained epidemic were all precursors to the US government's decision to launch a missiles at its own soil, instantly erasing over 100,000 people from existence. Horrific tales from the survivors were both amazing and entirely unbelievable. One of America's top companies, the Umbrella Corporation, was blamed for the events, and nobody believed the stories of biological weapons, secret research facilities, and most disturbingly, the T-virus that transformed humans and animals into appalling monsters. The Umbrella Corporation archival data has recently been discovered, and the truth can finally be revealed. This is the untold story. By the way, if you guys are hearing screams on the background, that's my brother watching basketball. So I apologize if that happens, because I just heard him scream like an animal. So I apologize for that. Alright, so that's what's written in the back. I just read it to you guys. So if you guys are planning to buy this book and you don't want to see the contents in this video and want to see the contents for yourself, I suggest you do not watch this video if you wanna if you don't want to see the contents and if you want to buy the book and see it for yourself. But if you want to see it, I hope you enjoyed this video. As well as what else I'm gonna say. My advice for those people who's planning to buy this book, buy it cheaper. Do not buy it when it becomes cheaper, because it's really expensive. By the way, this is $85 and it's a second-hand book. It's a second-hand book, so this is not a first-hand. This is not brand new. It's someone already owned this and sold it on bookstore or Amazon, and I managed to buy it. It even had damages, so I had to tape the bottom part of the book, the spine of the book, because it was already torn apart. So that's the sad part. But other than that, it looks like it's in mint condition. So that's the good sign. Alright, so we're gonna be switching to top view so you guys could see the contents of this book. And I'm gonna be doing a quick summary and telling you guys what it contains and such. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's switch to the second camera top view. Alright guys, so welcome to the top view version or top view of the Resident Evil Archives book. So I'm gonna be doing a quick flip through or review of the book's contents, and then I'll be showing you around the pictures and the information that can be found in this book. So I'm pretty sure you guys are excited. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the obviously the cover. I'm gonna slip through, and I hope that the camera is getting this clearly, because that's gonna be sad if it's not. So that's the title page, Resident Evil Archives, same in the cover. So yeah, and the contents, the glossary, I believe, the table of contents. I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but hopefully you guys can. So the table of contents, it tells you where you can find a specific information or page. There is a dog, a zombie dog on here. I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but hopefully you can. I'm really sorry if the quality is bad. Alright, so this is the introductions. A quick summary of all Resident Evils, from Resident Evil 0 to the next Resident Evil game. So this is Resident Evil 0, starring Rebecca Chamber and Billy Cohen, I believe his name is. So Resident Evil 0, that's that. I'm not sure if you guys could see it though. Hopefully you can. But yeah, you guys could somehow see it. So I'm really sorry if the quality is terrible. So I apologize. So Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil the HD remastered version. So Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 1 the HD remastered version, not the director's cut. So this is for PC and PS1, I believe. I could be wrong. So yeah, Resident Evil HD remastered version. I'm not sure if you guys could see it. Probably not. But there you go. You know what? I'm just gonna do it like there. So there you go. That's better. So HD remastered version Resident Evil, and obviously Resident Evil 2. The Biohazard 2, the PS1 version, not the remake version. This was made or published way back before even Resident Evil 2 had a remake. Next one, my favorite, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, starring obviously, oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 obviously stars Claire Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy. So Claire and Leon, obviously you guys already know that by now, because if you're watching this, you're probably a Resident Evil fan or not, I don't know. So Resident Evil 3 Nemesis or Last Escape, my favorite Resident Evil game of all time, starring Jill Valentine and Carlos Oliveira. So yeah, Jill Valentine and Carlos Oliveira from PS1. And then for PS2, Resident Evil Code Veronica, starring Claire Redfield and her brother Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 1. So yeah, that's this is for PS2. So you guys could somehow see it. Alright, let's move on. So this is the story. So this tells you the story, a quick summary of what happened in the game, the cutscenes and why not. So this is Resident Evil 0. So it shows you the connections of each character, from what character, from what purpose, what team he is, you know, the connections of every character in the story, just chart. And obviously the story, the cutscenes of Resident Evil 0, how the characters met, what happened. It shows footages and clips from the game, the cutscenes. Unfortunately, the cutscenes are too small. And one thing I hate about this is the cutscenes are not just too small, but there are subtitles underneath the cutscenes or underneath the clips, and the subtitles are in Japanese. It's not English, so no one knows what they were talking about. But yeah, that's not a very big deal. Another thing is about this book is it has misspellings. So it has spelling issues or spelling problems. So here's one example of that misspelling, or what you call misspelling issues.
Alright, so one of the flaws of this book is like I said, it has spelling or misspelling issues. Like this one. Ada is an Asian woman who met Leon S. Kennedy. So it says net. It should be met Leon S. Kennedy during his investigation. So that's one of the misspellings that I found in this book. I believe there's a few, but if you can look past the mistakes, I'm pretty sure you're still gonna enjoy the you're still gonna enjoy this Resident Evil Archives book.
Alright, so moving on. You guys already saw that. So this is just Resident Evil 0, the contents, the story, the summary, the synopsis of what happens, the cutscenes, pretty much. We're just gonna flip through it. We're not gonna go in detail. Alright, moving on. Resident Evil 1, the HD remastered version. So hopefully you guys could see it clearly. So Chris and Jill. So it shows the same thing, the connections of each character from what game and stuff, and then the story, the cutscenes right there, what happened in the mansion, how the mansion was explored, the Alpha team, the Bravo team, all the cutscenes in one story, what happened, you know, just the summary of it. It's like reading the game itself. So you see the pictures from the game. I think it also has the Japanese subtitles, which is very sad. I sure hope they made it in English, but no. More story, the story of Resident Evil 1, blah blah blah, and then there's Resident Evil 2. Leon and Claire and Tyrant, Mr. X. The sad thing about me, this is gonna be funny. One fun fact about me playing Resident Evil 2, I did not know his name was Mr. X. I did not know his name was Mr. X. I did not know that he even had a name to begin with. I just call him Tyrant. I just call him Tyrant because that's what he's called. That's what type of creature he is. I did not know that he had a name. So I apologize for that. So his name is Mr. X, apparently. So I only discovered that the moment I started playing Resident Evil 2 remake version. But back then I did not know he had a name. So that was funny. Just a fun fact. Alright, so Resident Evil 2. It has the connections of each character to what character, who's related to whom, blah blah blah, all that jizz. And the story of Resident Evil 2, how Claire and Leon met, how they arrived in the RPD, how they met Marvin, how they encountered Mr. X, and how Leon met Ada, you know, stuff like that. How they met Sherry Birkin, who invented the G virus, stuff like that. Story and summary, how they escaped Raccoon City, and yeah, pretty much the laboratory, the incident, the G virus, and William Birkin and Annette. Just a bunch of story from the game. If you played the game, you guys already know the story. So pretty much it's just what the game is about. It's just telling you what happened to what happened to what event, basically. Alright, next, moving on. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis or Last Escape. Jill and Claire and Nemesis. Oh, Resident Evil 3 remake is gonna be terrifying. With Nemesis having a rocket launcher, oh, that's gonna be terrifying. Alright, Resident Evil 3 connections and what character to what character, blah blah blah. And then the story of the summary of Jill Valentine, how she escaped Raccoon City, how she met Carlos Oliveira, how they faced the Nemesis, and blah blah blah, how they escaped the Raccoon City missile incident and stuff like that. And obviously, Raccoon City goes to boom. This is the last Resident Evil that showed Raccoon City, because now Raccoon City goes to boom. You guys can see it there. It went kaboom. Alright, Resident Evil Code Veronica, starring for PS2, starring Claire and Chris, the two siblings. The connections of how each character met, how Claire is related to Chris and what's so not, and obviously the synopsis, the story of Resident Evil Code Veronica, how they end up in Rockfort, Rockfort Island, Claire looking for her brother Chris, who apparently tried to investigate Umbrella, and how Claire met Steve, how they escaped in Rockfort Island, how they met the Ashfords family, the founders of Umbrella, blah blah blah. You guys get the gist. If you play the PS2 version, you guys already know the story of this game. So just the summary of the entire game, the cutscenes and whatnot, the pictures. I really wish I could show it to you on high detail. So there you go. You guys could see parts of it. The glare is ruining the video though. But yeah, you guys could see stuff like that. I'm really sorry for my brother talking in the background. He's watching basketball right now. So I apologize. I really wish he could shut up for just 1 sec while recording this video, but it can't be helped. So I apologize for that. Okay, so that's that. Cutscenes, more story, more cutscenes, more pictures, and yeah, how Claire and Chris reunited, how they escaped the city or the Rockfort Island, I don't know, how they end up in Antarctica for some reason, and yeah, how they killed the Ashfords. Alright, characters. This is when things starts to get interesting, because a lot of people love Resident Evil because of the characters. So let's move on. Let's begin. So first things first, Chris Redfield, obviously one of the main characters in the first game. Chris Redfield, his age, his blood type. For some reason they contain it there. I'm not even sure if this is accurate. His information, what his position in the stars, and his weight and height. Apparently it's here. I haven't read the entirety of the book, so I don't know much of the details. So I'm pretty sure it contains mostly of how Chris is related to the game. And next, obviously, is Jill. Is it just me, or I ship these two people a lot? But so Jill Valentine, her age, weight, height, blood type, how she's related to the RPD. So yeah, so that's Jill from the Resident Evil HD remastered version, and the Resident Evil 3 Resident Evil 3, what she wears in Resident Evil 3. So yeah, there you go, Jill. And Barry Burton, another character from Resident Evil game. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chamber from Bravo Team, was it? I think, yeah, Bravo Team, because I think Jill and Chris is from Alpha Team. So Rebecca Chamber, a medic, information, age, blah blah blah, you get the gist, and stuff like that. And then artworks from Resident Evil 0, and costumes that you wear in the game, that unlockable costumes if you finish the game and stuff. Albert Wesker, the leader of the Alpha Team stars. So yeah, Albert Wesker, so one of the main villains in the Resident Evil games. And yeah, more about Albert. Claire Redfield, so her age, blah blah blah, story, backstory rather. So Claire Redfield, more about Claire Redfield right here. Leon S. Kennedy, a lot of people love Leon, so not gonna lie, he's badass. So in the newer games, he's kind of badass now. So Leon S. Kennedy, and more Leon S. Kennedy information. So yeah, that's that. So hopefully you guys could see that. Hopefully. So Ada Wong from Resident Evil 2, obviously. This is the part where there are misspellings that I showed you before. So if you've seen that, then that's really sad. But if you guys can look past over the misspellings, then I'm pretty sure you guys will love this book. So yeah, that's that. Ada Wong, Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3. It's really detailed, which is really nice. So Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3, UBCS Umbrella Countermeasure Service, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Umbrella UBCS, Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And Steve Burnside from Resident Evil Code Veronica, the one that Claire met in Raccoon City, no, not Raccoon City, Rockford Island. And who's this? So yes, Steve Burnside. Billy Cohen from Resident Evil 0. So Billy Cohen from Resident Evil 0. That's that. I haven't played Resident Evil 0. I might play this sooner or later. Who knows? Let me guys know. Alright, how they met in the Resident Evil 0, how Rebecca and Billy met. William Birkin, the inventor, the scientist responsible for the G virus, and the reason why virus spread to Raccoon City because of him. So William Birkin, the scientist from Umbrella, the creator and inventor of G virus, if I'm not mistaken. And Annette Birkin, William's wife. Information about how they're related. Their daughter, Sherry Birkin, how she met Claire. So yeah, the younger version, obviously, not the Resident Evil 6 version. Who's this? James Marcus, also a main villain from Resident Evil 0. So yeah, James Marcus. He's actually the founder, but this is the younger version of him. The founder of Umbrella, I believe, but he was murdered by Wesker. So more characters. Oswald Spencer. I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but Oswald Spencer, the one who invented, the one who created the mansion. He's the architect behind the mansion on the Arklay Mountains. So Edward Ashford, Alexander Ashford, the Ashford families, the one who founded the Resident Evil, not Resident Evil, but the Umbrella. I'm really sorry for the noise. I'm about to scream at my brother right now. So yeah, more of the Ashford. George Trevor. Who is this? I forgot who it is. Oh, frick! No. Oh, wait. I think I'm wrong. So Oswald Spencer is the founder, by the way. I'm sorry about that. Oswald Spencer is the one from the wheelchair. So he's the founder, not the architect behind the mansion. And these are the Ashford family, also founders, the founding founders of the mansion, the Umbrella Corporation. So George Trevor is actually the architect. So that's my mistake. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys don't get mad. So George Trevor, there's no picture, but he is the reason why the mansion had puzzles, traps, everything about that. He invented those. So he architected the mansion in the Arklay Mountains. The one from Resident Evil, Resident Evil 1. So Alexa Ashford and Alfred Ashford from Resident Evil Code Veronica. Enrico Martin from Resident Evil 0, the leader of the Bravo team. And more members of the Bravo team, Kenneth Sullivan. I'm not gonna go too much in detail here. Richard Forrest, Joseph Frost. If you guys know who he is, he's one of the Alpha team with Jill and Valentine, the one that killed by dogs in the Resident Evil 1 remake. Resident Evil 1, the one who got killed from Resident Evil 1. The first Alpha team that got murdered by dogs in the Resident Evil game. So yeah, that's him. So if you guys didn't know, here's the cutscene of him getting killed. Alright, so moving on. Brad Vickers, the pilot of Alpha Team, and was killed by Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. That was a close friend of Jill, I believe. Ben Bortolucci, I don't know, the reporter that was investigating Umbrella and was killed by a tyrant. He was killed by Mr. X in the remake version, but I believe he got killed by another monster in the original. So yeah, the reporter who got jailed and got killed in jail in RPD Police Department. Chief Brian Irons or Chief Irons, the chief of RPD, and Hunk. If you guys know who he is, he's from Resident Evil 2. So yeah, he's an Umbrella operative from Umbrella Special Force. So if you guys are a big hardcore fan of the game, you guys know who he is. Robert Kendo, the gun shop owner of the Kendo gun shop from Resident Evil 2. Nicolas Genova from UBCS, a main villain from Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. So Nikolai, who was also killed by a monster, and obviously Mikhail Victor, another UBCS member from the Umbrella Biohazard Counter Service, was killed by Nemesis, or actually he killed himself with a grenade. So yeah, he sacrificed himself. Wait, did we go with Carlos Oliveira? There's no Carlos Oliveira, right? Oh yeah, there you go, Carlos Oliveira. He was already done. Okay. Yeah. So far that's that. Who else? Mikhail. More characters: Tyrell, DBCS, John, Kevin Dooley, Marvin Brenga. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name wrong. So Marvin Brenga. Michael Warren is here. Michael Warren is the mayor of RPD of Raccoon City. Michael Warren is the mayor of Raccoon City, and his daughter, which is unnamed, it just says the mayor's daughter. She doesn't have a name. The one that was killed, and the one that Claire sees with Chief Irons. And then Dario Rossi. If you guys know who he is, he's the one from Resident Evil 3, the fat guy that Jill met in the factory, who lost his daughter. You know, I just lost my daughter out there. You know, that type of guy. That was me doing an impression of this man. I apologize if the impression is terrible. Wait, did the internet run out? I think. Yeah, we ran out of internet. I mean, the electricity ran out. Oh boy. Okay, that's sad. So, blackouts. Okay, moving on. So that was sad. Luckily, my camera still has battery. Alright, let's go do this quick because I'm gonna run out of battery very soon. So Rodrigo, Juan Raval from Resident Evil Code Veronica, the Ashfords, Veronica Ashford. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because this is gonna get boring real fast. Alright, creatures. This is where things get a little interesting. Creatures, zombies, all types of zombies. I'm not sure why there are types of zombies, but you guys know zombies. Yeah. So more zombies, more information about zombies, what type of zombies from all Resident Evil games, blah blah blah, stuff like that. The Crimson Head from Resident Evil, Crimson Head zombies, the one that had claws in them, like Wolverine claws. I don't know, but from Resident Evil HD remastered version. So yeah. Eliminator monkeys from Resident Evil 0, I believe. So Resident Evil 0, the Cerebrus dogs or zombie dogs from Resident Evil games throughout the Resident Evil franchise. Zombie dogs, more zombie dogs, more zombie dogs, bats apparently. I think this is from Resident Evil 0, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's Resident Evil. No, yeah, Resident Evil 0. There you go, Resident Evil 0. Yeah, Resident Evil 0. Bats. I don't know. Chimera, I believe. Yeah, Chimera. So, another monster from Resident Evil Chimera. Lisa Trevor from Resident Evil 1. Lisa Trevor is the son of George Trevor, I believe. So, the maker of the mansion. Yeah, George Trevor. So, there you go. Lisa Trevor, another monster from Resident Evil 1. Okay, there you go. I'm just trying to aim it a bit. The Hunters, another well-known monster. I believe this is from Resident Evil 0 as well. Oh, Resident Evil 1. Yeah, Resident Evil 1 HD remastered version. So yeah, there you go. The Hunter, another well-known monster besides the Licker, which we will be seeing very soon. Alright, there you go. The Hunters, the different variants, different types, and then obviously the well-known creature of Resident Evil is the Licker. So the Licker, all types of Lickers. Alright, the Tyrants. Here's the boss parts. The Tyrants, all types of variants and Tyrants. And yeah, the more Tyrants, what they're like, how their abilities, more Tyrants, variants, different forms, different levels. Nemesis, the Pursuer, so that's what he's called. Nemesis. Stars. Yeah, that's me doing a terrible impression of Nemesis. I apologize for that. So Nemesis, yep, more information about Nemesis, his forms, his first, second, and third final form. And then William Birkin, the G-Virus form, the first, the second, more information about his abilities and such, and the third, the fourth, and the fifth form. And I think there's this one, I have no idea, I think this is the sixth form, I don't know. And the Bandersnatch from Code Veronica, another monster. Nosferatu, another monster. Monster Steve, because spoiler alert, if you haven't played Code Veronica yet, he becomes a monster. So yeah, Steve Burnside. Alexia Ashford, I believe, also becomes a monster. Zombie birds or zombie crows, as we all know, becomes a zombie crows. What else? More monsters. This is well detailed. Wasp, insects, giant cockroaches, ants, moths, stuffs, what you call plague crawlers from Resident Evil 0. So Resident Evil 0 plague crawlers, it's well detailed. The giant spiders from Resident Evil 2. So, and Resident Evil 1, I believe. So that's that. More spiders. Drain Demios, I think from Resident Evil 3, I believe. So Resident Evil 3. Yeah, Resident Evil 3. So Resident Evil 3. That if you've seen that, let me guys know. So it's Resident Evil 3. Those crawlers thingy. Scorpions and giant centipedes from Resident Evil 0. Boss. Okay, more monsters. The plants. The frogs from, I believe, Resident Evil 0? So yeah, the frog creatures. I think this was also shown in Resident Evil, wait, Resident Evil, wait, what was that? Resident Evil, I forgot. Crap. Resident Evil Raccoon City, was it? So, Resident Evil, what you call, I hate when I forget stuff. Let me just, where is it? There you go. Yeah, the frogs from Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil, one of the newer ones from PS2. Resident Evil Outbreak, File 2 and File 1. So yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm trying to aim it on the camera. Okay, I think that's better. So yeah, frogs, more creatures. This is from Code Veronica, I believe. Another creature. The snake from Resident Evil 1. And monster plants from Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. So plant zombies, plant creatures, those things. And then there's the mimic. Here's a unique monster. What you call the Mimicry Marcus. So James Marcus, the founder, was turned to a creature, BOW creature. I believe this is from Resident Evil 0. So yeah, Resident Evil 0. And yeah, more creatures, lich, more bosses, information, stuff like that, and more creatures. Yeah, I think this is from Resident Evil 0. I'm not sure, but yeah. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can see it, somehow see it. Items. So this is items that can be found throughout the game. So a lot of items, event items or key items like gems, keys, pendants, amulets, all the key items to unlock secret stuff. So everything that you need to know. Weapons, guns, knives, ammunitions, rounds, shotgun shells, all of those crap. So yeah, weapons, more weapons. Oh, keys. Here's the keys, by the way. So the keys are here. All keys, all the keys that you can use, including cards, I believe. So tools, cranks, levers, all those kind of things. The clock tower, the gears from the Resident Evil 3 clock tower, I believe they're here. The tools and information, how you get them, where to find them. Experiments, range stack, yeah. Where you go, information about them, what they do, how they open them, stuff like that, what they're for, and obviously an icon and what they look like. And more tools. And of course, next one, the last one is recovery items. Recovery items, healing sprays, first aid sprays, green herbs, blue herbs, all the herbs you guys could probably think of. Alright. Concept art. This is the fun part. This is what people are after. Concept art. So artworks from the games before they become the game. So costumes. So there you go. Costumes, 3D views. I'm sorry about the glare. I'm really trying my best. So there you go. Stuff like that. Oops. Costumes, concept arts and stuff. There you go. Okay, so I'm really sorry for if you guys could hear the voice of my brother in the background. I apologize for that. So yeah, drawings, more concept art. I really wish you guys could see the detail of it. But yeah, you guys could somehow see it. Drawings, 3D designs of all the makers of the game. What you call wallpapers, background designs for the titles, and how the CD design looked like. How they made that. The CD design, the cover game design, the maps of the game, more concept art, the backgrounds, the scenery, the lightings, everything on pictures, more artworks, drawings of all the characters and how they were made. This is gonna be hard. So that's Jill. Yeah, you guys could somehow see that. I apologize. I'm really trying my best. So yeah, it's actually cool. There you go. Is that good? That's good, right? So yeah, more character designs, stuff like that, concept arts. It's really interesting to see them, drawings of Claire and Leon, how they made them, the designs for each characters. Okay, there you go. Okay, it is really hard making this work. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys could see it, but yeah, there you go for Leon. I'm really trying my best to show it to you guys. So yeah, it's really detailed, to be honest. I'm quite amazed. So more character designs, the creatures, the monsters, how they designed them, how the creators invented them, the step-by-step process, drawing, sketches, everything behind the scenes, pictures and such. More artworks, promotional designs, posters, what you call details and such. More character designs, and oh, excuse me about that. Yeah, just a lot. How Nemesis was made. So there you go, how he was made. The glare is really ruining it. There you go. I'm not sure if you guys can see it there, but yeah, there you go. That's Nemesis right there. So yeah. Okay. So there's just a lot of stuff in here. So more pictures of Raccoon City, how they made that, more pictures. This one is from Resident Evil 3. You guys probably know that pictures by now if you're a big fan of Resident Evil. So that's that picture. The glare is ruining it. There you go. There you go. Still in the middle. Yep. There you go. So you guys can see it. Character designs, logos, a lot of concept art. This is what I love about this book. Monster designs, so much stuff. Maps, drawings of maps, 3D versions of the maps, buildings, the backgrounds for the game. A lot of concept art, just loads and loads and loads. Yeah, pretty much. Moving on. Pictures. Wesker's report. Pictures from the Wesker's report. I'm not a big fan of this, but it's just the pictures that was used. Top secret. So this is top secret, guys. So this is monster designs, the BOWs, how they were made and stuff like that, and never seen creatures that got denied in the game. So monsters, zombies that did not make it in the final game are all here. So yeah. Keywords, information. Raccoon City, the map of Raccoon City. What is Raccoon City? Raccoon City Hospital, RPD, Raccoon City Zoo, and stuff like that. The train station, Raccoon City Clock Tower, the City Hall, all those jizz. History of Raccoon City, what is Raccoon City, blah blah blah, how Raccoon City is involved with Umbrella and stuff. The mansion incident, so the Spencer mansion from Resident Evil 1. So here it is. Okay, that's my brother again screaming in the background. So Raccoon City, how it got destroyed, blah blah blah. And Umbrella, what's Umbrella, what are these pictures, why are they disguising themselves as a medicine pharmaceutical company, although they're a corrupt company that makes weapons for the military, blah blah blah. Umbrella, their logos, the founding fathers, the Ashfords, the list of Ashford families, the symbols, what you call the Veronica code, the Code Veronica project, the T-virus, so what the T-virus does and stuff like that, the G-virus, and the T Veronica virus, and the Albert Wesker, how he is related and involved in the Umbrella. Obviously Raccoon City Police Department, RPD, the symbols that was used, STARS, Special Tactic and Rescue Squad, who they are, the Alpha Team and the Bravo Team, who are the leaders, who are the members, all those jizz. Even this picture, if you guys know, a well-known picture of Alpha Team. There you go. So yeah, STAR, Special Tactic and Rescue Squad, the teams, Alpha and Bravo Team, the leaders, the members, who they are, it's right here, right there in this book. What you call Umbrella, UBCS, Umbrella Countermeasure, Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service, that what they are, what they do. Umbrella Special Force, Hunk, where Hunk is part of, so that's that. Pretty much. Watch this. More information about Resident Evil, what it is, blah blah blah. Just a ton of information apparently. Resident Evil database, so files and documents. So timeline of oh my god, here's the sorry about that. So Resident Evil history, timeline, what year was Raccoon City founded, blah blah blah, when was Chip Irons become the chip of RPD, how did Wesker become the leader of, when was Wesker promoted as the leader of the Alpha Team of RPD, STARS, all those jizz, when was Umbrella founded, when was the G virus invented, or when was the T virus invented, when did the first outbreak of the virus happen in Raccoon City, all those information on this book. So the timeline, database, files that and documents, pictures, notes that can be found throughout the game. Resident Evil 0, all the files, the notes that you found while playing the game, the documents. Resident Evil 1, files, documents, notes, and all those jizz. Resident Evil 2, same thing, files, documents, notes, all of them, what they contain, what's written on it when you play the game, pictures and stuff. Resident Evil 3, same thing, documents, diaries, notes, and all those information, what's written on it, what's on them, pictures, all those stuff, and files for Resident Evil Code Veronica, what they contain, what Resident Evil Code Veronica, what they contain, what the files are, blah 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 and stuff. And yeah, and this is just the glossary of the stuff. Glossary, yep, glossary. Okay, so, and this one is, let me just do this. I'm not sure if it's doable. There you go. Yeah, that's nice, I think. Hopefully it's not. That's nice, hopefully. It's not what you call very clear, but you guys can somehow see it. Yeah, chronological list. Chronological list. It says at the freaking top, if you guys could see, there you go, chronological list. Yeah, this is really hard doing this. Okay, chronological list. What you call Resident Evil Archives Japanese release dates and calendar. So when the game was released from Japan, when was it released, for what console, what year. So Biohazard Director's Cut, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Last Escape, Gun Survivor, Code Veronica, Nightmare, Resident Evil Gaiden. Apparently it's not, the characters for the Resident Evil Gaiden is not here, which is very sad. Biohazard 0, Resident Evil Gun Survivor 4, Code Veronica X, Collector's Box, Biohazard Outbreak, Biohazard Outbreak File 2, and yeah, pretty much. Biohazard Double Feature, and all those jizz. The history of when the game was made, published, and released on Japan. So apparently, and just details of the writers, the makers of the book. And that's it. Apparently, that is it. Yeah. So yeah. Resident Evil Archives. So that's the cover, the spine. So yeah, pretty much that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this book review of Resident Evil Archives. If you enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. To show your support, subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out a lot. It means so much to me that you guys enjoy contents like this. Leave a like if you guys enjoy it. If you guys do, and to show your support. And if you guys want to watch me do the unboxing video of the Resident Evil 2 Remake Collector's Edition, this box right here, I'll be leaving the link in the description down below so you guys could see the unboxing video. I recommend you guys watch it. It's really cool. Unboxing video of the Resident Evil 2 Remake Collector's Edition. I'll be leaving the link of that if you guys want to watch me unbox this. It's in the description down below. Also, if you guys want to watch me play Resident Evil 2 Remake, I'll be leaving the very first episode or the demo in the description down below. So go check it out. It's all in the description down below. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe now if you haven't, and as always, I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. This is the Cool Mike signing off. Bye! Bye guys!